Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra. Ian, you had a busy weekend. You went from Valencia to Mallorca, now back home.
Yeah. We've been flying around. I only got back a few hours ago, back into London. So I'm wishing I might have stayed in Mallorca because we were staying right on the beach and with sunbathers. We were the only people working there. Everybody else was on vacation.
Yeah, working's a very loose term for what we do, Ian. Let's be honest about that. Although you did have to you were in that really hot commentary booth with Stuart Robson, weren't you, for the game, of course, at Mestalla. I bet the beer after the game was one of the best you've ever tasted. Yeah, it must have been fantastic.
Of course, as commentators, we don't ever drink beer or any alcohol. You know that. Don't touch it.
Oh, it must have been beautiful. That's the amount
it went down very well. You're right. Went down very well.
I bet they did.
We needed some during the game, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it would have improved the commentary.
Ian,
most things
you know what's comparable to where you were is the old dugout at Highbury.
Oh, really?
Because it was tiny, so there's probably enough room for like 5 people. But it was stuck out in the middle, and it was glass all the way around it. So
like
when the sun was actually out, you would be sat in there like Robbo, sitting sweating.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my goodness. The old Highbury. Sweat box.
For Ian, if you could make any... Oh, God, this is a tough question. If you could make any 2 teams in the history face off against each other, who would it be and why?
Okay. Barcelona 2011 team.
Yes.
They're very peak with Messi at his absolute peak, the one that beat Manchester United in the Champions League final. Never seen anybody play better than that live at a game. So how about them against the 1970 Brazilians with LA, Gerson and Tostão and Rivellino and Jairzinho. So yeah, that'd be quite a good game, wouldn't it?
Very good. That's a good answer. I'd like Barca 2011 against Liverpool 1987. Oh, that'd be good. That would be good fun, wouldn't it, Stevie? Now that you've seen all of them play, Ian, who has the best chance of staying up? Leicester, Southampton, or Ipswich?
I would say Southampton of those.
Right.
Of those, to be honest with you. Probably shouldn't say that as a man with loyalty to rivals Portsmouth, but
don't swear.
I like the way Southampton pass the ball around. They can be quite silky, and they outplayed Newcastle when it was 11 against 11 early on in that game, away from home. They've got a lot of belief in what they're doing. I think Brereton Diaz might come up with enough goals for them to get enough home wins and points. So I think if any of the 3 are going to survive, if I had to have a little bet this time, I probably think Southampton got the best chance.
Can they get the goals, though? That's the thing, isn't it? Ali?
Well, I think you can make that argument about all 3 of them. And that question, can they get the goals?
Yeah.
Honestly, even playing a man up, Southampton, while they did have some silky possession that Ian is talking about, man, in front of goal, there isn't a whole lot going on.
Right.
And that final pass and that final decision just isn't there. And I just don't think they have the player personnel available either. If indeed Brereton Diaz is your hope for scoring big goals, I don't think that's enough to stay up. So what I would say is that I don't think any of them are staying up, but the best chance, I'll give it to Leicester.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get points for having more passes than the opposition.
That is very true, Stephen.
and not only does Southampton pass the ball and go nowhere, they take some risks at the back, passing the ball.
So Southampton, no. So Ipswich or Leicester?
If any of them are going to stay up, it'll be... I'll go with Leicester because they've got Jamie Vardy who can get a goal from nowhere. Ipswich don't know anybody who's going to get goals. Southampton are not going to get goals and they're going to give goals away. And so Leicester have a chance because they have somebody up front who, even though they might get 1 chance a game...
They're old.
But if he gets a chance...
He had a chance there, he missed it.
9 times out of 10 he'll put it in.
Should have scored 2.
But he got 1.
They should have scored 2.
Well, who got them the point?
Well, Jamie Vardy.
Should
have been 2 more.
Oh, so there you go.
Should have been 2 more points.
What do points make? Points make prizes.
Points make prizes.
There you go.
Or survival. Now, we've discussed this a lot, and there doesn't seem to be an answer to it, but I'm going to ask Ian again. Swapping out Conor Gallagher for Joao Felix simply doesn't make any sense. Is there something we're all missing, and the brain trust at Chelsea are all geniuses?
No, there's nothing we're missing. They're not geniuses. There's the answer.
No.
Is it too simple to go, hold on a minute?
Why are you closing your eyes?
Why would you not? I know, yeah. Why would I make that face? I don't know. All right, I'll keep a straight face.
Is that your thinking face?
Why would you not get Osimhen and not have Felix and Pedro Neto? Is that just too simplistic?
Yes, there's lots very complicated, Stevie. It's the figures, money. That's it. Seeing how Madrid played yesterday, Ali.
Yeah.
With those front three, is it possible they might run into the same issue PSG had when they had Neymar, Mbappe and Messi?
Well, similar issues, but not the same in that the structure behind this front four, if you want to call it a front four, is far better at Real Madrid than it ever was at PSG. Having said that, they do need control. They do need balance. So I can see a scenario by which Bellingham is actually dropped back and playing more of a midfielder role, more of a presence in the midfield rather than being such a presence in the attacking half. And now it's a question as to who plays the underneath role. So there's a multitude of players, I think, that are available to Carlo Ancelotti that can play that role. Naturally, you think a guy like Modric could play that role. You think a guy like Brahim Diaz could play that role. That there is rotation there where Vini Jr. and Kylian Mbappe play up top. And if you think back to last season, Ancelotti did go back to a more of a 4-4-2 kind of look with a player in Bellingham that would join in the attack and would make that the third striker. I think in this case, you have Bellingham holding back and have somebody else joining the attack so you gain that balance that I was talking about.
Did Maresca make a mistake, Stevie, in leaving Leicester for Chelsea?
No, I don't think so. No.
Manager, you think?
Well, number one, I think when you're coming up with a team like Leicester, and if you really know them and you understand what they have, and they don't look as though they're going to spend any money, then you're probably going to go back down.
Right.
And as big as...
You got Jamie Vardy.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely should have stayed at Leicester.
There you go. See?
Should have stayed at
Leicester. Points to prizes.
No, you know, big jobs come around few and far between, and you get the opportunity, particularly if you're leaving a team like Leicester who are probably going to go down, then absolutely you take it.
Final question, Ian. Have you ever had to deal with hecklers at the stadium? Craig talks of the time in Scotland where people are shouting at him, but that's just normal for Craig.
Well, hecklers of the commentary. They can't hear the commentary.
But maybe previous commentaries, they're like, oh, Ian, oh, you were nasty about our team.
If they could hear the commentary, they definitely would be heckling.
Yes. There you go. Ian, what's on for the rest of the week then, mate? Get some rest?
I'm going to have a game of golf, actually.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stevie knows, because he's played with me, that I'm not very good, so it'll take me longer to go round than any of you. Any of you three, I can tell you that.
Hey, that's
Maybe
all right.
Not you, Dan.
You
wouldn't be a good game, Dan.
Hey, well, yeah, me and you played together before, Ian. I'm glad it was that memorable.
You weren't happy. You scored
No, that's standard on the golf course.
He never is on the golf course.
That's not a happy place. Thank you very much appreciated.
Is that 13?
Yeah, it could have been when I got a 13. We will be back tomorrow. You two are off tomorrow?
Aye, yes.
I think Craig's, I don't know, Shaka's in Canada, I think.
Oh, all right.
Be sure to join us.